there, savvy homebuyers and sellers. This is Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru, Mississauga real estate broker, and in today's episode, we're going to do a visual tour of the neighborhood Lisgar in Mississauga. This video is great for both homebuyers and sellers, but especially homebuyers looking to move into this great neighborhood. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Located in the northwest corner of the city, Lisgar is approximately 40 kilometers to downtown Toronto and 20 kilometers to Pearson Airport. Lisgar has excellent highway access, including highways 401 and 407, and it's also not very far from the 403. While there's no central meeting place in Lisgar, such as a town center or little downtown, Lisgar tends to be closely associated with the older area of Meadowvale, with residents using many of the shopping amenities and plazas of the adjoining neighborhoods. And the good thing is, it's not very far. Lisgar is not a big neighborhood geographically, it's quite thin, so it's quite easy to get into Meadowvale to do your shopping or go to the community center, or even to go to Erin Mills Town Center or Streetsville. Now, one of the best things about Lisgar is it's known as a good neighborhood for families with kids who want a nice big home, while at the same time, homes in Lisgar are a little more affordable when compared to similar neighborhoods further south in Mississauga. So it's a good combination if you're looking for a nice family home. So now that we've gone through that, let's get into looking at housing styles in Lisgar. Unlike many other neighborhoods in Mississauga, Lisgar is mostly houses. You're not going to find high-rise condos and very few townhouse complexes. You're basically looking at detached homes and semi-detached homes. Now, when we look at Lisgar in terms of the age group of real estate, most of the area is quite new. And in fact, the older areas of Lisgar are really the area in the southeastern part where you have some homes built in the 1990s and Trelawny Estates, where homes are built on small cul-de-sacs. Finally, when you get north of Derry Road is the newest area in Lisgar, built in the early 2000s. So let's take a look at what real estate looks like in this neighborhood. So the first type of homes I want to show you are the older area of Lisgar, where homes are built in the 1990s. So if we just zoom in here, you can see all brick homes, well-maintained, good layout homes, mature trees. It's a good neighborhood. In this pocket, you're going to find newer families mixed with families that have been here for 20 years or so. Kids will range from younger to older. It's a real balanced neighborhood. One of the things I do like about these homes is they're getting to the age where you can start doing renovations, but they still have that really good layout that was popular in the 80s and the 90s, which means you can do a lot of work to these homes and make them really good. Another thing that I like about these style of homes compared to the newer homes are the streets are wider and the homes are a little farther apart, so it's something to keep in mind. Next, let's look at some homes built in the 1990s. As you can see, right away the homes are newer. A lot of these streets in this part of Lisgar only have sidewalks on one side of the street. It's funny, but a lot of clients, they actually like it when they don't have a sidewalk on their side of the street because they don't have to shovel the snow. As you can see, the homes are definitely newer, but the streets are starting to get more closer together. But beautiful homes. Over here, we have some semi-detached homes. Again, they come in 3 and 4 bedrooms. Good value for the money. You're still going to get 2 full bathrooms upstairs and all the modern amenities of a home built in the last 20 years. So definitely a good option for first-time home buyers or people moving out of condos. The next major development in Lisgar I want to show you is the area called Trelawny Estates. If I zoom in, you can see it's the pocket of homes that run along Trelawny Circle. There's like little streets that all come off of it. This is cool because this area was built with little cul-de-sacs where you have 6 or 7 homes on each little cul-de-sac. So if I zoom in on one of these streets, you'll get a good idea right here what it looks like. So as you can see, here's the main road, Trelawny Circle. And then you drive in and everybody has their own driveway off this little road. I like it because it gives it kind of a little bit of an exclusivity. You don't have sidewalks and it just looks cool. Now, they're mostly bigger homes, well maintained. So it is a luxury enclave, which is a good thing because you are close to your neighbors. So it's kind of cool that everybody upkeeps their home and it looks really well. Okay, now finally, we're going to go north of Derry Road. And this is the newest area of Lisgar built in the early 2000s. And I'll zoom in here and you get an idea. You can tell right away the homes are definitely newer and you can tell just by the trees are less mature. but great neighborhood. Here you're going to get basically a newish neighborhood, all brick homes. If you're into newer homes, then this is definitely a good pocket for you to live. So as I said earlier in the video, there's not much variance in real estate in Lisgar. However, there are some townhouses located in the community. There's just not too many of them. But I'm going to show you an example right here of a townhouse complex. These are low maintenance condos. They're actually freehold, but you do pay a fee to be on a private road. These are a great option for first-time home buyers. Gets you into the neighborhood. You get your 2 bathrooms, but they are smaller. So this is an option for somebody looking for a townhouse or something a little more affordable than a semi-detached home. If you go further north of Derry, there are a couple of townhouse complexes. These are freehold townhouses, so the owners have to maintain the windows, the roof. However, they do pay a fee in order to have the snow cleared and garbage removal and landscaping. Again, another great option for somebody who might not want to go as far as to buy a freehold house, because maintenance fees do tend to stay a little bit lower than a traditional condo townhouse that you might find in Meadowvale. But at the same time, you do get the amenities and the size of a house. So it's a great option if you're someone who's looking for a turnkey house that looks good and you can just move in there and get on with your life. The last subdivision I want to point out in Lisgar that's popular among home buyers is a small little enclave located around Osprey Marsh called Avonlea on the Pond. Here we have houses that are built mostly by Mattamy. You get that new house feeling, but you're still in Mississauga. Here's the street right by the Osprey Marsh, and you can see they're nice big homes, well designed with that classical look, and you actually have some that back out onto the marsh. So it's a really cool location. These are very popular houses that get sold quite quickly when they come up for sale because it's like you have wildlife in your backyard. Next, I want to quickly touch on the amenities in Lisgar. As I mentioned earlier in the video, Lisgar really is a bedroom community. In fact, a lot of the amenities that people go to in Lisgar are actually located further east in Meadowvale or even in Erin Mills. When you take Lisgar as itself, there's really one main plaza that's located at 10th Line and Derry Road that has a supermarket along with a few pubs, restaurants, and small shops. And that's really about it. Lisgar does have its own GO train station located right here, and that'll get you into the city in about 45 to 50 minutes. Aside from that, Lisgar does have quite a few parks, and as you can see if I do scroll the map view, and a lot of walking trails to get you through the neighborhood, so that's a really good thing. Finally, Lisgar does have a lot of schools, as there are a lot of kids in this neighborhood when compared to older areas in Mississauga, so it's really good for kids. You'll always usually be close to a school, and there are also a number of good schools in the community, so it's a great place for families.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our visual tour of Lisgar and Mississauga. Be sure to check out all our neighborhood videos on the villages in Mississauga. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. I'm Jeff O'Leary, the Village Guru. Have yourself a great day.